30 seconds to go, less than 30 seconds to go until we get the open. We get a dare on the bell. And wow, Tesla 411.
13, 12.
Oh, Tesla's at 411 right now. So Tesla does not seem to care. They're just absolutely on fire. Let's get it. Derek in 5, 4, 3, get it in 1. What the heck, Tesla?
Derek, get it immediately. Right now, UPS, right now, we are short at 117 as it was written on the sticky note. I want to thank all 10,000 of you for watching right now. This is the sticky note. It is out right now. It is UPS. We are short. We're waiting to get a little bit more. We're out at 120. If it does break that,
rock and roll.
We're bidding some 116s as well. There goes Tesla, Neil, up 5%. Get your Tesla's going right there. 412.
Oh, it usually happens.
Now for TSL to the
It started the day.
104.7, not much right there.
Trying
to, nice little pullback in
Tesla
right now off that 412. We're looking at Nvidia, Google, Broadcom. Let me check out Broadcom. I'm only in UPS. Nothing over there yet for Neil.
It's dropping. Broadcom's coming in.
Okay, good. So, I'm on Broadcom right now. I was looking for.
I see.
I'm not bidding Broadcom until 214, but
up a shadow right there
is what I'm looking at. We could watch out for 216 bottom break right now on Broadcom. Tesla. UPS about $1 against, but the spread is 50 cents. So we're gonna wait to see what's going on right now. Just a quick, and I'll throw it back to Neil. Just want to go over some of the bigger names. 415 we said for Microsoft. That looks like it will play.
That's you get a sell-off at the beginning of the day. Let's see if the day is another day of a sell-off in the beginning, the first 10, 15 minutes of the market being open.
Right now it's 50 cents in the money, but we need lower than that.
Contracts.
Profit on this one. Watch out for Broadcom. I'm going long, breaking 220. There comes UPS.
Got a little of a spread.
Winner right there on the day. Welcome to the party, everybody. We're ready to have a good time. One more time. Boom, Rob. It's $1.50 now in the money. It's another one. So you're here every single day. Sometimes we trade tech names. Sometimes we just say thank you very much to UPS. So let's wait to see what's happening. Broadcom trying to go as well, you know.
Yeah, you got to be kidding me, Broadcom. That was quick on Broadcom. UPS is looking pretty good. I liked 118. I missed the order at 117.
Got two upper shadows.
But Broadcom dipped into VWAP. It's breaking the high.
Okay, now it's starting to get going.
Still sitting VWAP on Broadcom, but that
we got two upper shadows. We're above the VWAP and the EMAs.
I'm in the same trade.
So far, it's holding up a little bit.
If it doesn't break the low, there's only one place to go on an SSR.
So far, it's holding up a little bit.
SSR name bound around the low of the day. I want to make sure that we're
2 minutes in
there. But Tesla is right back to 407. So it did fail that breakout at least 4 now. Come on, Charlie. Broadcom's going to get to 413. I'm going to get my trailing stop in because I do not have a trail on Broadcom just yet. Come on, IVG.
2 minutes in.
On Broadcom. That was a long idea. I kind of like as much as Tesla. I shouldn't say the best. I liked it as much as Tesla.
All right, $3. This is the thing that we're doing right now. If you want to check out the sticky note, you can get. We're out right now, out of a third of this trade. As again, we taking shares, man, and we're putting up those numbers one more time for everybody. So there it goes. It's UPS right here. This could be our day right now on one trade. It's 117 to 118 short. The only thing that I'm mad about is that we didn't get more. We were sitting there at 118 flat, and it missed us. So here we are. We're on the bid again at 113
for the drop. There you go. Go.
Disaster. Right, give me it. Give me that fill right here. And there it is. Yeah, somebody's got to ask for it. You get it right there. Neil, it's a $4 banger on some shares. And here we go. Let's go. It is Broadcom time. All right, so now we're into Broadcom. It breaks your sticky note level of 220, and it goes about $1, but then retraces back in. So let's watch out here for Broadcom. AVGO, nice move higher. We got to now watch out for VWAP, which would be 218. That's sort of where we can think about getting out of buying.
Come on, break it.
Happens, man. I'm not sure it's going to go 100% here, but it is breaking through that 220 right now on Broadcom. So let's give it a little bit of room. It just touched out to 221 on that break. We're long at quarter, so we had to pay up a little bit.
Had to get out.
But so far so good there as we continue to watch out.
Boom, 7%. Good get out. Should have held a little bit long. 7% on that.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now
7%. Should have held. But hey, in and out. That's what we talk about over here.
So the low of the day here of 216 as our outs, but
in and out, just like that.
Breakouts.
I might have been way back to the dip buy.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes of the market being open, as usual, money.
And not happy for missing the
Should have held it a little bit longer, but I didn't.
So it looks
But I still got 7% out of the deal. First, at the beginning of the day, man, we've been using that strategy for about a week straight now. It's still working. If it ain't broke, if it's not broke, you know what I mean? You ain't got to fix it. Just keep on doing it until it's no longer working. Just keep doing it till it's no longer working.
If it can do that, I reload.
Just keep doing it till it's no longer working.
Looks like it's trying to hold the bid. UPS is making a bounce. I'm looking to get back in off of VWAP. So SSR bounce, usually if I'm going long, I would go long UPS into VWAP.
Keep doing it until it's no longer working.
Regain that short at VWAP. The Broadcom bounce VWAP here. I'm going to try to get back in. The breakout, a bit of a fail. And whoops, Tesla.
Just keep doing it until it's no longer working.
Tesla already back to 400.
Yeah, look at the market.
If it loses that breakout, which if you took the breakout, you made $4 or $5 right away. 395. 395 is what I would wait for any long plays there in Tesla. So hit that like and subscribe. Position board is not working right now.
I think that matters.
I'm out of UPS, but I'm looking to get back into VWAP. When right into
shadow.
Market lows.
Another upper shadow. Will we get another drop?
But that's where we want to pick up that short. Nvidia bleeding as well, down 1 point. You got the NASDAQ coming down here. This is going to put a few names under some pressure. I'm also tracking IBIT, which is holding 105 for now. So Bitcoin.
We break down below that 121.60, 121.50 area.
All right. Yeah. So what's not doing that well is Broadcom, obviously.
121.50.
So we bought some 218s there on VWAP.
121.50.
But you can see our average price right now is 219.30. So we're gonna have to watch out for Broadcom. Oh, the other
strategy every morning. That strategy is working.
Which is basically coming up right now, 216.50 or so.
Going short at the beginning of the day. It's working.
Our last little piece right now looks like it will be a $2 hit. Unfortunately, here for Broadcom, as it looks to get
going short at the beginning of the day. It's working.
On a 216 break, but we'll get out of like 80 to 85% of this trade if it does, break that level, and then we need to get back up. So our average price right now is 2.
I think I got something I want to do right now. Let me see. Let me get it off of this.
There it is. Okay, so thank you, Rabin, for that. Our position board is now back up.
I want to react to
down there as well. And now that we get well, that's nice. I wanted to
react to what the press secretary said yesterday. Let's see.
Are you
Everybody's talking about it.
For business, what's your privacy at risk?
For some reason,
we can help. So you started
people
your
think
own
they're gonna
company,
cut off.
but feel
Medicaid food stamp.
In fact, OMB just adopted.
I mean, in their housing.
Offenders first. So is violent offenders no longer the predicate for these people to be deported?
The president has said countless times on the campaign trail, and with him at the rallies, I know you've been.
Y'all need to start, y'all need to stop listening to what them people saying
on visas
on the internet. Actually put the work in.
To follow up on Nancy, do you think there'll be a list of who is affected and how much money is affected? How will these contractors and organizations? Reason for this is to ensure that every penny in the first 100 days. So,
but see, at the same time, some of this stuff need to be cut. Some of this Section 8 need to be cut because a lot of people are abusing it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are abusing these services. It's people that's been on Section 8 2-3 generations down the line. It's people that's been on food stamps 2-3 generations down the line. The purpose of, my opinion, the purpose of Section 8 and Medicaid is not to freeload off of it. The purpose of the Section 8, I mean, if a family is doing bad, then of course you use Section 8, use your Medicaid to get back up on your feet, but it's not to be taken advantage of. Man, we got generations of people taking advantage of Section 8 and Medicaid and food stamps. I know people that don't want to work because they're scared that their Section 8 gonna go up. Just think about that. You don't want to work because you don't want your Section 8 to go up. It's a lot of people I know personally that has done that. and has used that strategy. Freeload. All it does is in your mind, all it do is make you lazy. You know what I'm saying? Make you lazy. Meanwhile, the same people that's getting this stuff, them the same ones you see in the club every weekend. Tell me I'm lying. Them the same people you see in the clubs every weekend. Them the same people you see busting down the mall. There's the same people you see drinking and smoking weed every single day. I'm not saying all people, but I know a lot of people personally that's what they do. You see them in the club every Thursday, every Friday, every Saturday. And if it's ladies' night on Monday, guess what? They at the club. They at the club. The same people. But at the same time, they don't want to work. Why they don't want to work, Stock Sniper? They don't want to work because they don't want their housing to go up.
This is not a blanket pause on,
but they not understanding that it's keeping you broke and it's keeping you down.
I'm not naming everything.
It's keeping you broke and it's keeping you down. Meanwhile, they're in the house, they're at home every single day, smoking cigarettes and weed all day long, watching Young and the Restless, being messy and gossip,
And I want to make that very clear to any American
cussing all day long.
maybe a little bit confused about some of the media.
So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, even though the lady just said
You also continue to receive that
individual, she said it right now.
responsibility of this president and this administration.
Let's play.
Freeze for individual assistance. We understand the federal grants. There's also a lot of confusion around the country. Head Start providers, providers.
He's asking. Oh shoot, he's asking. Will it be a freeze on individual assistance? That's Medicaid.
Pardon me? Good to see all of you.
That's Medicaid. I messed up. That's Section 8. That's WIC.
Crucial federal funding. There was for a period. There was notice. It was
That's
because
food
the
stamps.
president signed.
He
There's
was
also
asking a
freeze on
specific
higher ed,
question.
You know, a regulatory freeze, and there's also a freeze on foreign aid. And
What is the freeze on? The world, everybody's saying this, that he's freezing Section 8, Medicaid, food stamp. That's not what's going on. He's not freezing that. He's only freezing.
You know, just during this pause, Doge and OMB
Pausing
actually found that there
the
was
DE,
$26 million
diversity, equity, inclusion.
door to the World Health
All
Organization,
these other
which is an
services,
organization
government-funded
that
services,
with the swipe
government-funded
that
programs, not services, government-funded programs.
the president's agenda. Doge and OMB also
That's what he is
$50 million
pausing.
dollars
So, but at the same time, a lot of these things need to be paused. Why? Because when you overspend it, it's like in your household. If you overspend it, if you're spending too much money, if you live in paycheck to paycheck, because don't get it twisted, America is living paycheck to paycheck. Once you go to living paycheck to paycheck, you have to cut some of your spending in your house. That's all this is, right? And a lot of these people that are abusing this Section 8 and medic and food stamp, because don't get it twisted, a lot of these people that's getting food stamps, they sell it. They sell their food stamps 2 for 1. So a lot of those things need to be cut down. I don't think that they need to be just cut, but I think that there needs to be guidelines. So everybody that's on Section 8, if you're on food stamps, instead of crying and talking about, oh, they're gonna cut my this, they're gonna cut my that. I've been saying it for 2 months. You got to get yourself in position. You got to start working, bro. You got to go to work. You got to find something that you know, like, and trust, and master it. Put yourself in position, because even though she said that individual programs, assistance programs won't be affected, however, exactly what she said after that. However, some of these programs are being abused, and we need to cut down because America is spending too much money. AKA, it's coming. It's just not now. He didn't sign the executive order cutting it right now, but she said it's coming. Right? It's coming. They're gonna start. They might not cut it off completely, but they're gonna start cutting back. Like you might get a housing check and only pay $45. Well, your housing check, your housing voucher might not be $45 this time. It might go up. You might have to pay $300 a month rent. Well, you get your voucher. You got a 2-bedroom voucher that you qualify. They're gonna give you $1,200, and you got to pay the other $50. Well, they might not give you but $500, and you got to pay the remaining balance. You might have to pay half the rent. But at the same time, when you're paying half the rent, you better be enrolled in school. You better be looking for a job. Yes, the days of just sitting up, collecting all these benefits, bro, and not doing nothing with your life has to end. And the reason why it has to end, bro, because the country is in too much debt. We're giving away too much money. America, we cannot be the leader of the free world and living paycheck to paycheck. How I'm out acting like I'm balling. Basically, that's what it is. I'm out acting like I'm balling, right? We all know people like that. You act like you balling, you act like this, you act like you that, but you either living paycheck to paycheck or you living with somebody on housing. So how are you gonna be the big baller, but you're not leading by example? So America is the big baller, right? But America is living worse than paycheck to paycheck, bro. And we have to figure out, we have to cut spending. It ain't hard to figure it out. It ain't hard. It ain't hard, bro. You just gotta cut. You just gotta cut back on what you're doing. It's called budgeting. Spending money on this is like if you're trying to cut back at your house, you got Netflix, you got all these apps that's taking money out of your account, but you're not using it. You don't watch Netflix, but you got a Netflix account. You got YouTube TV, but you don't never watch TV. You got ESPN app that you got to pay a subscription on. These subscription-based apps, if you got 10 of them, but you don't never use none of them, what you do? Man, I don't use this, I don't use that, I don't use that. I got to cut all this out because I need to keep that money. That's basically what it is. It's called budgeting. It's finance 101. That's all this is. That's all this is. Everybody crying about their food stamps and their Section 8 getting cut off. That's not what it is. He haven't cut off nobody's food stamps. He haven't cut off nobody's Section 8. But, however, it's coming. I'm just being real. It's coming. The lady sat there and said, no, the executive orders did not affect individuals. That's people that's getting Section 8 and how it did not affect individuals. However, that's the next word she used. However, we need to cut on some of this spending because a lot of this stuff is being abused and money is going places that we don't know that's not being used correctly. That's what Doge is.
Some of these moves could raise prices for real Americans on everything from low-income heating, that program, child care programs. Will nothing that the president's doing here in terms of the freeze in these programs raise prices on ordinary Americans?
What particular actions are you referring to that would?
For example, LHEAP right now, that's the low-income heating program, for example. We can
talking about all these, talking about it all right now.
We don't know what they are specifically. Can you tell us that LHEAP, the MyHEAP, is not one of those affected?
So you're asking a hypothetical based on programs that you can't even identify.
That's why, as individuals, you have to pay attention and read through the fine print to see exactly what the executive orders and exactly what this man trying to do. But at the see,
federal pause. I can get you the full list after this briefing from the Office of Management and Budget. But I do want to address the cost cutting because that's certainly very important. And cutting the cost of living in this country. President Trump has taken historic action over the past week to do that. He actually signed a memorandum to deliver
cutting the cost of living. So if you own housing and you get a $1,500 voucher, but the rent is $1,550, as an example, The housing voucher will cover the $1,500. You got to pay the $50. Well, of course, if you living like that 10, 15, 20 years, but you're not going to school, you're not trying to get a job, you got dudes running in and out of the place, you having multiple kids by different baby daddies, what else? You smoking weed all day long, you got people running in and out of your house, in and out of your apartment. You know, the dude that's there, he's selling dope out the apartment. Yeah, I'm going in. He's selling dope out the apartment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to the club every weekend. Y'all taking trips. You know what I'm saying? Going out of town, spending the money that you do get. You know, you got 3 different habits. You smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, you drinking, you doing dope. 4 different habits, but you own housing. You only paying $50 a month for house. That is wasted money. You're not trying to better yourself at all. Bro, those people, it need to be cut. But at the same time, they got to give them notice, okay, and let them know, well, hey, it's things about to change. You have to, we're going to start, you're going to have to go to school and work. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit up in the house all day, smoking cigarettes, getting drunk, running the house. You know what I'm saying? We all know people like that, doing whatever you want to do, sleeping all day, staying up all night, going to the club every weekend. That has to stop. If you want to keep doing that, guess what? We are not going. You're gonna get kicked off housing and food stamps and Medicaid and all those services, because a lot of money is being wasted on those services, man. But at the same time, some people need it. Those services should be used if somebody fall off. If you fall off, right, then we're gonna help you out a little bit. But that is not. Those services should not be to raise generations and generations of kids. That's teaching you how to be lazy and not want nothing. So yes, that stuff need to be cut down, because the people that's paying taxes is paying your rent. I know people, I work, pay taxes. You work and pay taxes. You taking care of somebody else's household that's on housing and living their life how they want to live it. But they have the nerve to think that they balling, right? They have the nerve to think that they balling and have the nerve to try to talk to you any kind of way, but you the one taking care of them. That's crazy. That is crazy. And then all it does, it just passes down from generation to generation. Now you're gonna have kids in the same mindset. I know grandmothers that raise their kids like that. I know the kids that's raising their kids like that. 3 or 4 generations down the line, y'all. A lot of y'all probably know, if you think about it, you know too. Generations and generations of families that's on housing. And then the grandbaby have a baby. Now they looking to get on housing. And then that baby grow up looking to get on. And when they have their first baby, they get free housing. Don't have to work, don't have to do nothing. Bro, that has to stop. That got to stop.
For emergency price relief for American families.
That got to stop.
Took a number of actions. I can walk you through those.
If America gonna get back the way America needs to be,
administration regulations,
how it used to be.
For years, American households has been essentially taxed $55,000.
How it used to be.
From the previous.
We gotta have the hard conversations, bro.
Rescinded those, which will ultimately pour more.
And guess what? What you gotta do is what I always say over here. You gotta get to work, because it's coming. There's gonna be some dummies. I ain't gonna even call them dummies. It's gonna be people that are so brainwashed. They gonna let all that stuff happen, and all they gonna do is complain about it. I'm telling everybody right now, if you're watching this video, if you own housing, if you own food stamps, if you own Medicaid, you need to change your thought pattern and put something in action. You got to, bro, because guess what? You got to think about it like this. They to cut it, and I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it, but they ain't going to do it like executive order, boom, it's automatically off. No, he ain't gonna do it like that. But at the same time, that man been and then they say, okay,
federal government, you will not be impacted by this federal freeze.
here we go.
OMB just sent out a memo to Capitol Hill with Q&A to clarify some of the questions and the answers that all of you are asking me right now. Again, direct assistance will not be impacted. I've been asked and answered about this OMB memo. There's many other topics of the day. Jackie Heimer.
Direct assistance, Caroline, it's going to another organization and then trickling down.
Direct assistance that is in the hands of the American people will not be impacted. Again, as I said to Peter, we will continue to provide that list as it comes to fruition. But OMB right now is focused on analyzing the federal government's spending, which is exactly.
See what she just said. It will not be affected right now. But they are analyzing everything, bro. So if they analyzing everything. So if you getting Medicaid, if you getting food stamp, if you getting housing, and you've been on it multiple times, and you got multiple kids, and they analyze that you're abusing it, they cutting it off. If they analyze it, man, you really don't need it. You know what I'm saying? You really don't need it. They cutting it off. But they gonna let you know, hey, this. But I'm telling you right now, you got to start preparing. You know what I'm saying? And then, like the guy said, will people get noticed? Bro, we've been knowing this. The man been saying it the whole time. That when they created Doge, that Doge program, Department of Government Efficiency, that tells you right there that particular department with Elon Musk them, Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, that is analyzing all the spending. They told us this. The people been talking about this. They've been talking about getting people out of the country and to cut down on government spending. America's giving away too much money. We got to analyze everything, and we got to cut some programs down, and we got to figure out a way where America can do what? Become an efficient business. Drill, baby, drill. Start selling oil. People overseas, you're not really giving us no money for bringing your stuff over here. You bleeding the block and ain't paying nobody that own the block. That's how it's supposed to work. There's no way. America is worse than paycheck to paycheck. It's worse than that. America is worse. Ain't no way they need to be printing money like that. It's time to turn it around. Just like it did at the same time. When they gave away all their money, now it's time, okay, we just came through a crisis. Now it's time to back up and cut all spending. It's time to size down, bro. Some of us need to do that in our household. If you live in paycheck to paycheck, if you ain't got no emergency fund, you need to cut down on your spending. Same thing. So what we need to do is do that in our own lives. That blueprint, Department of Government Efficiency, that blueprint should be used in your household. We need to quit spending all that money. It's time to make money. It's time to create other incomes. That's all Donald Trump is trying to do right now. I'm saying it. If you did, I'm explaining it like a fourth grader can understand it. I'm taking what they're saying and I'm breaking it down and I'm explaining it really, really, really simple. That is a blueprint to get you and your family out of financial debt, bro. That's if you never had an emergency fund, that is a blueprint to have your first emergency fund. If you ain't never had $20,000 in the savings account, that Department of Government Efficiency is a blueprint on how you get your first $20,000 in your bank account. By what? Cutting back your spending. We all make money, but we spend too much money. We all use things that we don't need. We all do it. So that what Donald Trump is doing, that is the blueprint, bro, to get your family and your household in order. So just like he's Department of Government Efficiency is doing a evaluation of America's spending, we need to be doing that in our own lives. There's no reason to be worrying about, oh, they're going to cut Section 8. Oh, they're going to cut housing. Oh, they're going to cut food stamps. Oh, they're going to cut Medicaid. Okay, what you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? If you on those programs right now, I'm telling you right now, it's coming. Even if it don't, you got to look at it like it is. Why, Stock Sniper? Because the government's saying they investigating all these things and they want to cut government spending. So if you know you laying up in the house all day, doing those things that I just talked about, smoking weed every day, drinking every day, smoking cigarettes every day, doing dope, going to the club all the time, spending money on every time new shoes come out, you spending money on the new shoe. If you're a female, you got a nigga in the house that's selling dope. All he doing is buying cigarettes and being drugs, supporting his own habit all the time, buying new cars, swinging and banging. You know what I'm saying? Ain't putting nothing back. No plan to get y'all off of this. You need to evaluate yourself. Because guess what? Those are the people that they're coming for. Those are the people that they are coming for. They are investigating as we speak. That's what she said. They're going through everything. Figuring out, well, golly, this person got 5 kids. This person been on housing for 15 years. They don't go to school. We got no record of them working. Those are the people that they targeting. You never know. They might send somebody to go peep out your spot to see what you doing. Oh, they got niggas and women running in and out. Got a brand new car, filing kids on income tax, ain't had no job. Man, they is investigating all of it, bro. So those things that I just discussed, if you fall in the program, you need to try to go right now. You need to say, man, look, I gotta get prepared just in case they cut my shit off. If you're a female and you got a nigga living with you, you got to tell that nigga, man, look, bro, things got to change. You running in, I might lose my housing. What you gonna do? I guarantee 9 times out of 10, them niggas gonna burn off. They ain't gonna stay. They ain't gonna stay. Because why, Stock Sniper? Because they not used to paying anything. Them Pookie and Ray Ray ass niggas, they not used to paying nothing. They used to using a girl that's on house, sell dope out the house, and do them all type of ways. But if that girl was to tell them, look, we need to do it the way it's supposed to be done. Whatever money you making, we need to be trying to build on how to get off this housing and this Section 8 and this Medicaid and these food stamps. Guess what he gonna do? He gonna burn off. He gonna burn off. Those are the type of people that need to be cut off Section 8 food stamps and housing. Those type of people. And guess what? I know plenty of them. I got some in my family. I know plenty of them that sit up all day, do they dope, watch Young and the Restless every single day, get up every morning and drink liquor and drink beer, smoke cigarettes, go to the club. But guess what? They on Section 8, they on food stamps. Those are the people need to be paying attention to what's going on. Because this 9 times out of 10, they're going to cut your services off, man. I'm telling you, and if you really think about it, you really don't deserve it. You don't. You freeload. And it's teaching you in the mindset on what? It's teaching you how to be lazy. Not only you, your kids are watching. And guess what? 8 times out of 10, the kids are going to be the same way. I see it too many times from generation to generation. And then the kids feel like, well, goddamn, once they get old enough, well, goddamn, you ain't paying nothing. Why should I have to pay anything? And it causes mental illness. It causes you to be trapped. That's the definition of trapped. Don't get it twisted. That's the definition of what trapped is. They trapped. They gonna have to do some real renewing of the mind, not just the mind, but the body and the spirit to get out of that negative thinking. It's a curse. It's a curse, bro. And now we seeing the effects of the curse, hot stock sniper, because these people are going off because they think that they stuff about to get cut off. They all in a panic. They don't know what to do. I see how the people act in real life. You probably have seen them too. They lose their sick. The government send them any kind of letter about they about to lose their government assistance if they don't do this, that. And if they forget to do it or look over it because they too busy doing what they do. And next thing you know, they get cut off. Man, they go into panic. I see it too many times. Then they got to go over there and then try to get the stuff back. And if the people act like they don't want to give them the stuff back, guess what they do? They get mad. See, yeah. But see, that is the way of thinking. That's a form of being trapped right there. That's a form of being trapped. That's why I told y'all back in November. I said, man, when Trump won, I said, man, it's time to hit the ground running. Find something that you love to do. Start working on what you need to be doing. So when this comes, you already be what? In motion. I wasn't just saying that. I already was telling you what was about to come. I was saying what was about to come. Because why? Trump already told us what he was going to do. And guess what? A lot of people feel the same way that I do. Why? Because they voted for it. And I told y'all, a lot of people in my family, Trump lied, Trump this, Trump that. I said, bro, Trump, don't get me wrong, he ain't perfect. But if he say he gonna do something, 8 times out of 10, you can count on it. You can count on it. And guess what? He got the vote of the people. Wild Stock Sniper. He told us all this that's happening. He told us this before it even happened. But so many of y'all, instead of watching and paying attention to politics and listening to the boring conversation that Congress and the House have, y'all too busy listening to Charlemagne the God on what they say. And Roland Martin, too busy listening, and Willie D, listening to what they saying. Instead of really paying attention to the House, the Congress, your local politicians. Now, they've been telling us this. Now y'all act like y'all all surprised because the man said he gonna cut off that's what they telling y'all, because he didn't do that. However, we need to be looking in on the government spending and where it's going. He hasn't done it yet, but it's coming. It's coming. I'm just telling you right now. So if you on Medicaid, you on housing, like I said in November, like I said January 20th, like I said when he got elected, I started telling people, it's time to hit the ground running. You still got time. You can get you a job. You can find something that you love to do. Get a job. And part 2, find something that you love to do. Master. Start a YouTube channel also. And document it. And get ready. And get prepared. If you're a woman with a nigga on housing, there's a Pookie and Ray Ray. Start telling him. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're in that situation, man or woman, that nigga gonna leave. Well, I'm sorry, that man gonna leave. I'm just telling you, he gonna burn off. Because most of them Pookie and Ray Rays, they too busy living that street life. They don't even understand what's really happening. They ain't paying attention. So he gonna burn off because he's trying to use you anyway. He gonna burn off and find somebody else. Because in his mentality, he don't want to pay no bills. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, he was raised the same way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So don't listen to them on the internet. Trump did not cut off Section 8. He did not cut off food stamps or Medicaid. The executive order was not for that. The executive order was for the border and was for diversity, equity, and inclusion, government jobs, people that's working for the government that's been working for home forever. You got to go in. That's what the executive orders were for. It was not for individual Section 8 Medicaid like they trying to say. It's a lie. However, with that being said, it's coming. That's all I'm gonna say. It is coming, but it's not gonna be an executive order automatically cut it off. It's not gonna come like that. What they're gonna do is they're gonna start sending out letters. They're gonna find out which one. They already know. They already know by the activities. They gonna start sending out letters. Well, you need whatever your name is. You need to try to find a job. We need you to go to the work source. We need you to write down where you went. Look every day. Your job is to go look for a job or go to school. Something every day. Both really, every day. And we need to have evidence. And you need to find a job within a certain amount of time. If you do not respond to this letter within a certain amount of time frame, we will be cutting off your housing. We will be cutting off your Medicaid. We will be cutting off your food stamps. That's how they're gonna do it. And if you don't respond, don't be surprised when you look up and you got your housing gone. The voucher has been deactivated. Now the people at the apartment complex or whoever you rent for is telling you you got to pay rent now, the full amount of $2,000. Don't get caught up. Get on top of it now. And don't lie and say that man didn't tell us. Because he did, bro. He been saying it the whole campaign. The whole campaign, he been saying it. It ain't his fault that you ain't been paying attention. When he came up with DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. That's telling you right there. But majority, you know why a lot of us did not catch on? Why, Stock Sniper? Because we're too involved in mess and gossip. Our whole life is revolved around entertainment. Mess and gossip is the new form of entertainment. Our whole life is revolved around mess and gossip. So that went over your head. Why? Because you ain't paying attention. You paying attention to the wrong things. Those people got you paying attention to mess and gossip and entertainment. That's what they got you paying attention to. Yes. And what you need to be paying attention to, you don't pay attention to it. Evidence of that is how many people I'll be having on my lives. And other people that pushes out the same type of thing that I be talking about don't have a lot of people on their lives. But let me go to talking about mess and gossip in the hip hop community. Let me go to talk about another YouTuber, mess and gossip. I would have at least 30 or 40, 50 people. I would have a 1,000 view video. Our minds are consumed with the wrong thing, man. We got to change that. We got to change that. We got to work on coming together instead of going against each other. All mess and gossip do is grow us more apart instead of bringing us together. We got to have a hard conversation. And guess what? Nobody wants to have the hard conversations. That's why the ones that got the right type of mindset, you know what that means? They cut their ass off. So we got one group that's over here, which is a very small group, and all the rest of them are arguing, being messing gossip, worrying about what Charlemagne said, worrying about what's going on with Big Meech, worrying about what's going on with so and so. If a fight break out, everybody and their mama paying attention to it. If somebody cussing somebody out, everybody over there watching the lives. And not only in live, in real life, same thing going on. Somebody break out fight. Everybody looking outside, go outside and go look and see what's going on. Bro, we in last place, bro. Now, the same people that's in that circle, which is 8 out of 10 of us, and I'm giving us 8. Now, everybody, Charlemagne the God, them, say that, and Roland Martin and Willie D say they targeting black folks. They cutting off your housing. Bro, black people ain't the only one on housing. Hispanics is on housing too. And other people. Blacks are not the only people that's on housing, bro. Probably mass majority. But see, that's when you need to get your mind right. Stop letting Willie D, Roland Martin, Charlemagne the God, etc., 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 turn you into a complainer. They get on here and complain, etc. And then we go to complaining instead of doing what? Doing something about it. Meanwhile, they are getting paid to say those things. They are getting paid to say those things. But if you really think about it, that's right. That shit need to be cut, bro. But they not talking about that. What I just said about all these women, you know what I'm saying, that got the dope boys running in and out, all these women that's got niggas running in and out, I'm going in, got niggas running in and out of the house. This month they with this dude, next year they with another dude, 2-3 years down the line they with another dude. Why they still doing what? Living off the government. Nobody want to talk about that. Charlemagne the God them and Willie D them, I ain't talking about that. They not, bro. Why, Stock Sniper? Because they're being paid to brainwash those same 8 out of 10 people, and it's working. Why? Because there's a lot of them that already think like that. They already think that like that. They already got a closed mind. Meanwhile, Roland Martin, Willie D, Charlemagne, these guys are millionaires. Meanwhile, the same things that Donald Trump is talking about, that's how they living. They living like that. Them dudes that got 100,000 subscribers, that's acting like they're against what is common sense. That's how they live. Charlemagne the God and them niggas ain't on no damn a Section 8. They ain't got they baby mamas, so they married. They don't even spoon with certain people. They don't live in the neighborhoods. They don't go to the projects. You gotta watch the film. Them dudes are basically how Elon Musk and Donald Trump, that's how they living. Especially them YouTubers that got 150,000 subscribers and stuff like that and got a huge following. They living good. They living the Doge, Department of Government Efficiency lifestyle. Don't get it twisted. But they paying them. They are paying them, bro, to go live and do what? Man, he attacking the black people. He cutting off us out. That's an attack on the black community. Man, and then what's so cool about it? They already trained y'all to think like that. That's why them dudes be having so much That's why they be having so many people in the lives. That's why. They're not going to talk like this. They not. Why? Because they don't want y'all to wake up. They don't. They want us to stay stuck in the same position. That's why you got to change people, places, and things, man. I can't be hanging around not doing it. I never was that type of. I wasn't even raised like that. But that's how the system raised y'all. These 2000 pop-up kids, that's how they raised. That's how they are raised. Those 90s, you know what I'm saying? It all started with crack cocaine. That's what started it. That's what started it. Now it's really crucial. It's bad. It's bad. Because now they got the entertainers. Your favorite rapper, your favorite singer, your favorite movie star, your favorite NBA ball player. They got them talking to y'all the same way y'all thinking. And y'all ain't even paying attention that they don't even live like that. They live like Trump and how these politicians live. That's how they live. That's how they raise their kids. I guarantee you, Willie D, Roland Martin, who else you want to put off up in there? All these guys, their kids don't go to public school. I guarantee you. Gillian Wallow, Charlamagne the God, Cardi B, Megan, I don't even think she got no kids. But all of them, your favorite rappers, they kids. We already seen Finesse 2 Times say he put King in a private school. Those kids are not going to public school, bro. When we gonna wake up? They kids are living like these big billionaires. They are not in the hood. They family ain't on Section 8 Medicaid and food stamps. They been removed from that. They not finna let none of their baby mamas go on Section 8 welfare and hood. They not doing it, bro. They not. Sorry. Their kids ain't going to regular public school. Trust me. They homeschool. We just heard Finesse 2 Times. Tell us. We just heard it. He just told us. He put King in private school along with his other kids. They kids are in private school, bro. Finesse, them kids ain't walking around the neighborhood. They not. They want to keep y'all right where y'all at. You better start paying attention, bro.
What the American people elected President Trump to do.
And one question to the immigration. 3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump came back into office. Can you just tell us the number?
We gotta wake up, man. Change your mind and realize and understand, man, I've been trapped. I've been hoodwinked. Like Malcolm X said, I've been hoodwinked. It's gonna be hard for those people that's been brainwashed for generations and generations and generations. You used to seeing your grandma on housing. You used to seeing your grandma getting food stamps. You used to seeing your grandma on Medicaid. Then your mama. You used to your mama being on food stamps. You used to your mama being on housing, the Section 8, Medicaid. Now you gonna get on it. That's 3 generations right now. We're at the point now with some of these kids, a lot of these kids now, because people that had kids so young, they're able to see their great-grandparents. So now, this how it is. You're seeing your great-grandmother on Section 8 and housing and Medicaid, food stamps. You're seeing your regular grandmother on Section 8, Medicaid, housing and food stamps. That same way of life. Smoking cigarettes every day, drinking every day, going to the club, go get it twisted. Them type of grandmothers are going to the club. And a lot of them are doing dope. A lot of these kids in the generation these days, their great grandmother is living that lifestyle. Their grandmother is living that lifestyle. They mom and daddy, not just grandma, but grandpas too. Their grandma and grandpa, their great grandma and grandpa living that lifestyle. Their grandma and grandpa living that lifestyle. Their mama and daddy living that lifestyle. Now the kids are living the lifestyle, and they got kids. That's 5 generations right there. That's 5. That's how we gotta think about it, bro. It's 5 generations. Bro, it's gonna be, and they already know the people that started it, they lives and generations are the direct opposite. That's why it's gonna take the good God to come down here and really change that 5 generation curse that we done put ourselves in. Straight up. 5 generation curse that we done put ourselves in. And then in the meantime, out of those 5 generations, just about all the dads and grandpas and great grandpas, they ain't even around. Majority, that's how it is. Majority of the fathers don't take care of their kids. Don't even be around them at all. So that has a lot to do with it too. Single mothers. That's why these women, y'all women, need to keep y'all legs closed, bro. Need to keep y'all legs closed. Because 8 times out of 10, you're going to run into them dude that's going to do what he got to do. And he probably got 8, 9, 10 baby mamas or 3 or 4. And you just another one on the list. He ain't going to be dedicated to you. He going to move on. So the mothers have a lot of to blame. Because you're not getting to know what's going on. You're not. Which is a shame. So it's going to be hard to break, bro. And if that man, and majority of these people that's going to get the letters, they ain't going to even pay attention to them, man. They not. Or they ain't going to do it. Or they going to think, well, I got time. They're going to procrastinate. And they're going to cut their stuff off. And they're going to be the same ones complaining, calling up to the place, and wondering why their stuff got cut off. And all they're going to say, well, sir or ma'am, we sent you the letter. We sent you 3 letters. You didn't come to the first one. You didn't go to the second one. You didn't send us no information that you've been looking for a job. You didn't send us no information that you enrolled in school. We'll give you 3 letters. And we gave you the deadline. You didn't take the deadline, your stuff get cut off. Now you got to do what? Reapply. And if you're on housing, to get back on that housing list, wait. That's why y'all got to be prepared, get prepared right now. Go look for a job. Instead of smoking cigarettes, drinking, and watching Young and the Restless, and going to the club every night, and sitting gossiping all day long, or sitting a bit on the internet all day long, you need to get out and go look for a job, 8 hours a day. You shouldn't be watching me right now. You should be out looking for a job, not on Indeed, out and going to different places and filling out applications and talking to people. And think logically. America is in debt. Some things are being abused. If you know you're abusing the system, look forward for your shit to get cut off. It ain't hard to think. It ain't hard to figure out. If you got a man living with you, and you know that all y'all do is hood stuff, be prepared for your stuff to get cut off. High alert.
that's exactly what they are.
One of the worst first. They all have criminal
Nvidia
records.
just broke 119.
Yes, they are.
High alert.
Yes, thank you. On stripping security details.
Got to think something differently, man. And another thing,
Senator Tom Hunt.
these y'all on all these YouTube channels and Instagrams or whatever, Facebook, stop watching these channels that are negative. Stop it. It's corrupting your mind. If you listen to what I'm trying to tell you, I'm giving you the blueprint. If you listening to what I'm trying to tell you and you stuck in that position, stop paying attention to them and start paying attention to this channel or something similar to this. Go watch Anton Daniel. Feed your mind with some right things, logical stuff. Cut off those negative people. Find somebody, you might have to isolate yourself like I did and start thinking clearly. Sometimes isolation is the best thing because then you can isolate yourself, drown out all the noise, and really think and put things in place where you can change the trajectory of where you're going. And stay like that. And put a plan in just a simple system in place. A simple system where you can get your life on track. Then when you get your life on track, then you bits and pieces, you don't consume your whole life with mess and gossip. Or what Charlemagne the God them saying about they're gonna take your house and they coming at black people and all this. No. And I kind of understand though, because a lot of y'all like I just said, 4, 5 generations are in that system. You know what I'm saying? I never was in that system. I never was. I wasn't raised on Medicaid, housing, and food stamps. My grandparents and parents was the direct opposite. We didn't want to live off no government. And I ain't raised my kids on that stuff. And they ain't raising their kids on that stuff. So I understand. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all don't understand when I'm talking like this. Or when somebody else is talking like this, you totally reject it. Because we wasn't raised the same. But I'm here to tell you, that's the way life is, bro. The life they've been programming you to be and how you've been taught was wrong. Was wrong. By not really tripping because you got babies and they over there and you over there, and because you paying some type of child support that's coming out your check, that's wrong. I'm here to tell you that right now. That's not the way of life. We got to stop celebrating them things, bro. We got to stop it. Got to stop it. These teenage pregnancies, kids getting pregnant, it ain't got nothing going. We need to stop celebrating that stuff. Niggas having babies by 4, 5 different women. Congratulations, bro. But he ain't got nothing. We got to stop celebrating that. It's crazy. I don't know how it's gonna get, man. Bro. I don't want to say it, but it's gonna be hard, man. The more and more I really think about it and really go in depth about it, it's hard. It's gonna be difficult. Really hard. They taking this, just think about it. What Donald Trump is doing, they are taking that devastation. And it ain't even happened yet. They are taking that roughly. So they let you know right there, bro, it's gonna be hard. But if you're watching this and you are in that position, find something that the quickest way to get over it, if you understand, find something that you love to do. and get a job. Eat something simple and change the way, change it. And if you around people like that, you got to you want to change, you got to get away from them. You got to cut them off. Because all it's going to do is bring you right back, crab in the barrel. And they don't know no better. You feel me? They really don't. They don't know no better because that's what they've been seeing 3, 4, 5 generations down the line. So it ain't like, it ain't like that. They don't like you. It's just they got a mental problem. You know what I'm saying? They've been raised and programmed a certain type of way, like a computer. They've been raised and programmed a certain way, and that's just how they are. Ain't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that's just how they are. And we got to understand that and know how to deal with them accordingly. And if you 360 from that, you can't be around them type of people, bro. You just can't. Because they'll bring you down every single time. And they're going to talk bad about the things that I'm saying in this live. 8 out of 10. Oh, you think you all that. Oh, you think you this. Or you think you that. Or you think you perfect. And they'll come with all kinds of stories and lies to try to defund you and make it seem like they right. The type of people you got to stay away from, man. You got to. Because you're outnumbered. You're outnumbered, man. You outnumbered. You outnumbered. You can't tell them what they doing ain't the right way. Well, because that's how they've been doing it for 4, 5 generations. That's how they've been doing it. So for them to lose their Section 8 and housing and food stamps that ain't never happened to them before, oh, they going crazy. And it ain't even happened yet. But it's coming. I'm telling y'all right now, it's coming. So if you are on housing, you got to get your shit together. That's what I'm telling you. If you on housing, you get Medicaid, you get food stamp, get your shit together. It's a reality check. It's time to live life right. And you got time. I don't know how much time you got, but you got time. If you can get a job today and you can last 6 months, you can get a job today and save every penny. Stop going to the club. Stop going to McDonald's and Whataburger. Stop buying vapes and cigarettes and say, well, man, I got a job now. I know they're going to cut off my shit. I need to stack every dollar that I got. And if you get 6 months out the deal, you'll be straight. If you save every penny, every check, if you get a job today and he don't cut it off and you still got your housing and your food stamps for 6 months, you straight. You should have 20,000. That's another thing. If you know you ain't, man, if you know you on Medicaid and if you know you on housing and you don't pay nothing, ain't no way you should be caked up. If you're a female and you with a dude that y'all don't pay nothing and he's there, ain't no way he shouldn't be caked up. And guess what? If you sit him down and say, look, you've been here all this time and you've been bleeding the block, hitting these licks. We ain't been paying nothing. Donald Trump probably gonna cut off my shit. Do you have a plan in place where we can go somewhere? And if he act like he don't know what you're talking about, you need to kick him out right then and there. And if he ain't caked up, you need to kick him out right then and there, because ain't no way that a guy should be with a woman on housing and ain't got at least 20 or 30,000, depending on how long he been with that woman living for free and bleeding every single day. Ain't no way. I see people say, I know they never had 20,000 saved up before, but they done made a lot. Bro, you need to change the way of thinking. But with that, right? I'm giving y'all a warning right now. Your stuff is going to get cut off. It's time to go to work. It's time to save all your money. And if you get 6 months, you got your 20,000 if you don't spend nothing. Probably more. I'm just saying, if you make 2,000 a month, which you could work at McDonald's and make 2,000 a month. I'm just saying. So if you make it 6 months, that's 18,000. You should be ready to rock and roll when they cut the shit off. So we don't have a ability to make money problem. We got a spending problem. That's our problem. We got a spending problem. And if you own Section 8 of housing and you got multiple people staying with you, y'all should be caked up. That's also what's going on. Somebody on housing and other people come and stay with the person. And they still do their thing. Live like it's the trap house. That's going on all over America. So if you ain't, if y'all been bleeding the block and living it like it's a trap and spending the money every single day on drugs, etc., going to the club, all these things that we like to do, all you got to do is stop it. Knowing that man gonna cut you. It's coming, bro. It's coming. Now, he ain't gonna sign an order and automatically delete it. You're gonna have warnings. But I'm warning you right now, like I did in November. They finna get ready to cut y'all stuff off. So it's time to get a job. It's time to save back and cut back. Stop buying cigarettes every day. Stop buying liquor every day. Stop buying weed every day. Stop buying McDonald's and fast food every single day. Stop going to the club every weekend. Stop buying Jordans. Stop buying swingers. And stack your money and get ready for what's to come. So that's my time. I hope I put something on your mind. Earn, spend less, invest. That's the motto. Donald Trump is giving you the blueprint, how to run your household. Department of Government Efficiency. That's how you should be running your household. If you live in paycheck to paycheck, that's how you should be running your household. Stop government, stop spending. Cut the things off that you don't need. Put more money, add more incomes to what you got going on. Department of Government Efficiency. Department of Household Efficiency. That's how you should call it for your house. Department of Household Efficiency. That'll get you out of debt. You have your first 20,000 in your emergency fund, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. And as long as you have that mindset and put that work in, whatever happens, I don't care who the president is, that will have you and your family straight. Because at the end of the day, we live the land of milk and honey. Make your money, send it back home. Make your money, send it back home. And with that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. Earn, spend less, and invest. 704 Wall Street is my block. I love and I appreciate y'all. Send this to somebody. Listen to this over and over again. Listen to what I'm telling you. Start programming your mind. Start cutting some people off. Listen to the audio book, Think and Grow Rich. Download it right now. Listen to it. Think and Grow Rich. You know, and if you're African American, you look like me. They got a black version. It's called Think and Grow Rich. A black choice. Go listen to it. Go listen to it. It'll change your life. With that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. This is the one and only Stock Sniper. To the next video. Department of Homeland Efficiency. Get your house in order. I'm out.